Ionita. I am from Romania. I study music in Cardiff, mostly guitar. I am a guitarist. I do study other stuff like programming and music production. What I do mainly is to compose my own music and to compose music for drama. And in the future I want to compose music even for films and animations, games. Yeah.
So why is the reason? Why did you start to play guitar? Why exactly guitar and not drums? Or when it happened?
Well, it happened, I was like 16 years old when I first started. But before then I was a huge rock and metal fan. And my favorite guitarist was Slash, obviously. And I was admiring him for his playing and also for his looks, because you know at that age you admire the looks, how he approaches his guitar and how he reacts with the public and how the public reacts to him, obviously. Yeah. I started when I was like 16, but I'm actually playing guitar. I actually wanted to make guitar for all my life. I actually wanted to do guitar all my life when I was like 19. That's kind of the year when I decided to actually do it all my life.
Okay, so I suppose that you started with a rock tune. What was the first tune that you ever learned and play on guitar?
My first tune that I played, not mine, yeah?
Yes, your first tune that you played on guitar.
It's called, how do you call it? It's a Romanian word, it's râpa. How is that translated in English?
That's a good question.
Râpa, it's like when you, do you know where you, like Dover? Yes. On Dover you fall on a...
Exactly.
What's that? And it goes on like that. It's kind of a boring song, but at that age was a big achievement for me. You know, it was my actually first song that I was able to play. I was able to play it after like mostly 2 weeks after I firstly touched the guitar in my life. Yeah, and after that I didn't quite practice in the beginning till a band, I don't know, I don't remember the name of the band, offered us, for me and my friend, I have to take this whole subject from the beginning. So I started to make guitar at 16 with a friend of mine who started to do drums. He was my best friend at that moment. And it was our dream, like a very, 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 very far away dream, to actually start a band at some point when we feel like we are enough confident to do it. And when this band came to us to offer us an opening act, we weren't prepared at all. But we took it. We made our band with some friends that we know. And that's kind of the beginning. So when I was like 19, yeah, that band was called Heavy Days. It was fun. Yeah, we were kids. Yeah, we had this song like it's called Burning Clouds. We had that riff like. Something like that, kind of stuff. We were heavy rockers, yeah.
So because you were then a beginner and you know all the time mistakes are over there over the corner, how do you handle mistakes like during the concert, or do you get angry or nervous before concert? How do you handle this, or how do you manage to go over this feeling?
I'm very nervous, but don't usually do mistakes. When I do mistakes, I just get over them. Why I don't do mistakes is because I am till I feel confident enough. Even if I even if I make some little mistakes, I'll be fine with them.
So you have your confidence from your long rehearsing hours, practically.
Yeah, I do have, yeah, I do. I think you know, if you want to make a career of it, then embrace it.
What would be your advice, let's say, for a beginner who is just starting and has this nervous on stage or before concert? What would be your advice from your own experience?
My advice is to actually rehearse. Don't procrastination. How do you go procrastinate? The word.
Procrastinate.
Don't let it till the ending. Don't let it till the last moment. Just take your time, practice, and go up there when you really know what to do. Don't. This is my mistake. Don't do too much. Do as much as you can in that moment. But still, every gig for me, and I think this is a good advice. I don't know. Every gig is like an opportunity to learn something new, to gain a new skill. So I think this is a good way to actually learn in between all the gigs that you do, to actually learn a new technique that you want to apply in your playing in that gig. So take your time and learn. Yeah.
That's a good advice. The next question is kind of a tricky one. Where do you see yourself? You know, I might be a little bit strange. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Like, that's a big question.
I want.
Let's say you just woke up today and you are in the future. And how is your day? What are you doing? What is your plan? So.
Be based in a place that I would like to have my own studio.
Not in Cardiff. Or not in UK.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's a lovely place. It's a lovely place, but nothing compares to home. So that's Transylvania, Romania, Cluj. Still, I don't know yet where I'll live in the future, but I want to have a place where I can actually enjoy life
and have sun.
And have sun. Yeah, these are lights here actually. This is the only day with sun outside. Yeah. Yeah, and I want to have my own studio, my own music projects. I want to have, like, in 10 years, I think, let's say 5 albums would be enough. I don't know, at least 5 albums. I want to have gigs, and in the meantime I want to make music for drama and for films, and not only, but this is what I want to make a career of. Like, in the meantime, I want to play my instrument too. So yeah, kind of.
Really nice. Hope you will get there.
Cheers.
If it talks about future, what is your biggest regret, music-wise, until now? What you really regret? What would you change if you would be again 19 or 16? When did you start to play guitar?
I will change. Let's go even further. I will start music from an earlier age, because when I saw that I like it, I didn't want to let it go, and this is all I'm doing now. So it's unfortunate that I didn't do it from an earlier age, because yeah, I had to gain those skills when I could just enjoy I had to gain those skills, but in the meantime I could do something else, like gigging. I don't know if I should say this. So Yeah, I will. The single thing that I in acting, and so I'm an actor. Apparently, this is how they call me. Uh, and in somewhere in the third year, I said to myself, "Mate, you're not an actor," and so everybody. I said this to everybody, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, don't be so hard to yourself." No, I wasn't hard to myself. I was just. I was. I was just being honest to myself because I knew how it is to actually like something, and that's music. And from that point, I just did music all my time. Yeah, so the single regret is that I didn't do it earlier, as I said, yeah.
Interesting. Do you think that these days, nowadays, they are the, let's say, the best days, or this is the best time for music creation? Or you would prefer, let's say, 80s, 90s, or even somewhere in the future?
I think it's the best time now because we have all this technology that's right right in front of us. Sorry, we can use it. So we can use all the technology to learn. And to be honest, I used I use the internet so often to learn things that I wanted to the skills that I wanted to gain. And I think it's the best time because it's somewhere in between, somewhere in the border in between that real future when you just have to imagine music, and that will be music, I guess, and the actual acoustic real music that you can really hear and make with your bare hands or with your voice or whatever. And so this is what I like, the fact that I can play real music on an instrument using the technology in the same time. Yeah, I think it's the best time. Even though it's very, very crowded now. I mean, you get loads of musicians now because of that.
Do you think that these things might change, so technology would replace real instruments? Because, you know, things now can have guitar tone or whatever with a computer, and that's all, or it will be still there like the normal usual bands, the classic ones.
I think the electronic music will rise. Still, I think there'll always be human beings who will actually enjoy the gaining skills the gaining skills process, because this is it with the instrument. Cause you can have a brilliant song in your head, but if you cannot play it, you have to make your way to that song. And yeah, it's a process. For me to actually play on a software, it's not cheating, because it's not cheating at all. And I appreciate this kind of music, but I think in that way you skip the gaining skills process, and that's good for some of us. For me, it's not that it's not good. It's just the fact that I enjoy learning. So I think in the future, the people who play instruments will remain, but maybe in a lesser number.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for today's interview and answers, your honest answers. Would you mind if I ask you to play something for us, or
yeah,
anything you want or you desire?
Well, I'll play for you some part of the tune that I'll play a little bit later. Am I?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Dan.